So, when you think of internet garbage, who comes to mind? Presently, Onision is many people's #1 answer. The cringy alpha talk, his perverse actions with minors, and his annoying, pathetic writing, along with dozens of other things, are why most would say his name. But I wanted to talk about someone who's seriously gotten under my skin. I'm throwing my hat in this ring, and talking about someone who is such an indescribable asshole that they've caused me physical discomfort just by things they've said, and the fact that they still breathe. So, I will do my best to explain why I despise this low-life cum chalice of a person. Now, how do I describe this utter waste of space? Well, first of all, his name is Akumu. And he's a victim-shaming, white-knighting, paranoid, defensive, contradictory, whiny manlet who perceives himself as smarter than everyone around him. He makes the people on Kiwi farms look considerate. That's how much of a shrimp-dicked fucknugget he is. Akumu is literally some of the lowest scum on the earth. I'm going to start off with something that may not sit well with many of you. I'm going to preface this quickly. Skip ahead to the timestamp that I put on the screen if you don't want to hear anything about the things he said about sexual assault. Sexual assault is not a joke, and the things this disgusting bastard has said to a friend of mine, Slimmers, absolutely disgusts me. He has harassed her, victim-shamed her, and stalked her across social media platforms. Let me just show you and read some of this garbage that this shithead has said. Let's start off with a heavy hitter. Oh shit, sorry dude. Again, she's not a victim. Do not even dare say she made these mistakes because of her sexual assault. Don't. No, not happening. No excuses. Madame made mistakes. She made mistakes. If one deserves harassment, so does the other. What excuses? I was comparing a situation to how a victim can still be a victim even if they made a mistake. I made mistakes with my abuser, and I still had the ability to take him legally to action. Okay, you also deserve punishment for your mistakes. Madame never abused Slimmers, so you can't pin Slimmers' mistakes on Madame. No excuses, period. Well, Madame did technically kinda steal the art and not credit Slimmers after that was part of their agreement, and then publicly harassed and abused her verbally in a video. So yeah, she did harass Slimmers. And holy crap, you disgusting piece of shit. Where do I even begin? Like, holy shit, you shot yourself instantly in the foot with both of these replies. You straight up said she's not a victim. In the most homey way possible, choke on my transsexual pink pube dick, you spineless, honorless shit puppet. But you're not harassing her. In your own words, you're evening the scales. Well, the scales were already even, but the moment you entered them, the scale fell off the fucking table. So consider this me smashing the scale and obliterating you with everything I've got. Because personally, after all this stuff I've read, I don't give a fuck about you, I don't give a fuck about your joke of a channel, and I certainly don't give a fuck about your compensating ego. And just for some more proof about a post you most likely deleted, as I cannot find it, Madlibs said, "Heads up y'all, the sequel with me reacting to the video has been cancelled due to him being even more of an obsessive headass who has been insulting and harassing Slimmers on multiple social medias, all while constantly bringing up and mocking her assault, saying she was being excused because, quote, daddy played a little too much, / daddy tried to have his pathetic fun, claiming to have her case number and lying about her. So, sorry to everybody who wanted a sequel, but I'm honestly done with all of this. It's not funny anymore. It's just gross. At this point, I'm not even going to watch his video. It ain't worth it." And then, Akumu replied, "I never lied about her, and I never claimed to have the number. I have her case number." You don't deny what you said. In fact, you ignore it. All I really have to say is, how dare you, dude? How dare you have such an enormous, inflated cum-guzzling ego that you straight up, consistently, bring up a sexual assault victim's trauma as more evidence for your argument? Not that you even know how evidence works. A retarded monkey with a broken typewriter has more literary sense and a better understanding of how evidence works. You probably think you can refute this in the comments by saying I don't have the screenshot of this exact tweet, right? Well, guess what? I lied, asshole. Imagine being so stupid, such a waste of space, that you allow someone to be excused of mistakes based upon age and the fact that daddy tried to have his pathetic fun. It would be so funny if you were commenting as the video was playing. Oh, here's another gem. So this guy retweeted what you said, and if anyone has better access to records, I have @Slimmer's file number and the county for such. File number and a county. This sounds like a court issue. If that's the case, I have a hard time believing you have a trustworthy source, as the person is a minor and a minor's court records are generally not available to the public except under extreme circumstances. To which you replied with, which is why my follow-up tweet stated the likelihood of finding it. It was low. I'm glad you're intelligent. Please next time look into it before immediately responding. I'm not 100% sure of the legality of this, but what I do know is that anyone looking at this ought to cringe with disgust if they have any moral bones in their body. What the fuck do you need a minor's sexual assault record for? Are you just some sick bastard who gets off to that, or do you want to continue shaming a sexual assault victim with something she's trying to put behind herself? What the fuck is wrong with you? Anyways, you like Halloween, right? Want to see something cool? Does this remind you of Nezzy and Ponder's video? Because I guess Halloween triggers you too. That's when your parents fucked and the condom broke. Oh wait, there was no condom. Your dad just had a shitty pullout game, right? I mean, you admitted that in the comments. You're the literal failure of a condom, so... And then Akumu replies with, no, I already spoke to my parents. It was on Halloween. They had no condoms. It was all about pullout game. Dad was too slow. Second, it's you, or... Yep. I was mistaken. Kinda like how you were a mistake. Guess that is insult to injury about the Halloween costumes, huh? Especially mine. Was your mom dressed as a witch? That would explain what they made. Speaking of horror shows, you're apparently an artist, but you don't know how to erase the white lines of your stolen stills. Grade A quality, fucktard. Also, with some of these screenshots, I know you think you're going to get off with your pathetic excuse if it was just trolling. Funny you should mention that, because I have your description right here. No, honestly, when I first got into the situation, I was trolling. However, the second I looked at the evidence, I knew what was clear. Both of them have made mistakes. If you are to attack Madame for hers, you should also be attacking Slimmers for hers. Your excuse is evidence, isn't it? Well, here it is. Otherwise, leave both of them be. Don't be a hypocrite with double standards. Yeah, Akumu, don't be a hypocrite with double standards. And mysteriously, while I'm writing this script, the Slimmers video was taken down. Unfortunately for you, Nezzy and Ponder's video completely covers all the bullshit you spoke of within it. We're not as stupid as you. We take records. Now then, back to showing how much of a pretentious asshole you are. At Slimmers. Oh boy, someone's definitely scared protecting tweets, no are we? No one is afraid of you. We're disgusted by you and your behavior. Especially with how you decided to stab Slimmers with a dagger of emotions and twist the handle, you freak. At Slimmers, I'm not here to punish you for having no self-respect. I'm here to punish you for being an absolute dumbass. Reminder of who and what you are. Wow. Good for you, dude. Do you see yourself as some self-imposed punisher? Holy shit. The motherfucker thinks he's Joaquin Phoenix when he's actually Jared Leto having a midlife crisis. This legitimately caused me to cringe. Every word that you type hurts my brain. Not only are you shaming her for something out of her control, you're insulting her, and her intelligence too. All because she wanted her art that she did for Madame, for free, credited. Christ, you're pathetic. I would admit, because I am aware of what you can do. You can attempt to have me removed with reports. You'd succeed in removing this account, but you would never succeed in removing me. Don't start a losing battle, it'll only result in punishment. Well, you answered my own question, I guess. It looks like you want to cock and ball torture everyone you see. You froth at the mouth any time someone has any sort of opinion that differentiates from your own. And then, I've punished many. I go by Akumu. I am not new to Twitter. However, I am known on Discord, Geeking, Kick, Amino, and some other sits that have communities. You keep doing this crap. You've punished many, huh? Want to punish me? Harass me on Twitter, maybe? Go ahead. I'll reply with has-been gifs, since that seems to be one of your triggers. For someone who hates SJWs, you have a lot of triggers. Just a quick mention, I like how you listed geeking as if it were some sort of massive accomplishment, when in reality your profile was probably something like Kink Daddy Akumu 69, with a profile filled with botched 50 Shades of Grey quotes, mixed with various horribly cropped Death Note images. I implore you to prove me wrong. Regardless of the outcome, I'm keeping comments enabled on this video. Unlike you, I can handle the quote-unquote rush of comments, as you call them. That's a creative way of saying valid criticism, dumbass. Not that it matters, since you disabled the comments like a pussy, but I do have evidence of you yourself admitting to deleting comments that don't portray you or your video correctly. AKA, comments you didn't like because they derailed your shaky, pathetic points or they hurt your feelings. And when that became all of the comments, it was just easier for you to disable them. Also, you're so much of a pussy that when you posted your video, you wiped out your tweets to try and hide any evidence against you. A heads up, after I publish my video, I'm gonna delete most of my tweets. There won't be a use for them afterwards. And then you tried to backtrack with a pinned tweet saying, oh, I don't delete anything, when the images were cropped not to show the clock or date, and the profile picture was different in the images compared to your current one. There is no way you can possibly be this stupid. Did you guys seriously think I was done? I haven't even talked about the racism, the homophobia, the transphobia. Yeah, this guy's a real deck of cards. And all the cards are jokers, but only Jared Leto, none of the cool ones. Let's start with the racism. Correction. I will ask and have asked why they chose to shit on a character's design. It's simple. Cosplay what you look like and respect the character's design. Otherwise, be a dumbass and be laughed at. Either works. Black card revoked. Don't be pathetic. I say the shit all of the time. Cosplay what you look like. You can cosplay it and be stupid, sure. I simply won't respect the character design. If I see you at a con, I probably would point you out immediately. I've done it before. Yeah. How dare you be a different color? Let's see, back to, geeking? Have you, by chance, ever roleplayed Asian character, like Yagami? By your logic, that's pretty racist. Also, your stills, By your logic, that's racist, since you've admitted to being mixed. So, let me get this straight. People cannot do a specific action due to the color of their skin. A specific thing that is available for everyone to do. Then again, if you saw some large-breasted Asian girl dressed as Sonya Blade, you probably wouldn't care. Just a hunch that you're a pig too. I'd say that from all the shit we've covered so far, it's not much of a stretch. Now then, the homophobia. This writer here is a fine example of an issue with the MHA/BNHA community. Headcanon, AU, ship for fun, those are all excuses for you to spread your filthy, annoying, garbage ideals throughout the community. Todeku is not a thing and will never happen. Bakudeku is not a thing and never will happen. Just about any of your gay ships won't happen and have no evidence. Do something productive. Yeah, do something productive, Akumu. You're sick. I do have a cold, you're not wrong. It's a form of expression. 2, it makes people happy. Why is it an issue? It's a cheap and sick way of a form expression. If it makes you happy, you're fucked. I like how you decided to correct someone on their grammar earlier, but you do this? Nice. As you can see, his devotion towards his fiery hatred for homosexuals is quite heavy. The mere thought of Kirishima and Bakugo touching tips sends him into a frenzy of which is filled with poorly sent Instagram comments, whining, and bitching. Oh, and then deleting the comments. Let's go through a few of those, shall we? Now then, he's transphobic as well. If he's made it to this point, I'm surprised he has managed this long. If you haven't figured it out, jackass, I'm a girl. I'm working on it. Anyways, let's look at some. Haha, I'm an epic memer tweets. I purposefully call people their real sex, however I'm not anti-trans. Yes, you are. But also, are you transphobic, my guy? No, I'm not. Why would I be afraid of trans people? Transphobia isn't you being afraid of them, you idiot. I only have a belief issue when it comes to them saying I have to call them certain pronouns or telling me just because they identify as female or male. Us heterosexual people can't choose not to date them. So, you are against us. You're denying our wishes and ways of life, but trying to backtrack and make it look like you're still the good guy. Guess what, jackass? Not everyone is as fucking blindly stupid as you are. Anyone with half a brain looking at what you've said will instantly call you out on your shit. You've gotta be an absolute fucking moron if you think that you can just say something extremely negative and back it up with, it was just trolling, bro, or it's just my opinion. Own up to the shit you said, you fucking clown. A quick mini lesson in dysphoria. It is a mental disease, a deformity, something that cannot be cured, something we cannot control. The only way to appease it is to do some of, or all of these. Transition, use different pronouns, change our name, and get surgery. And to undermine it, to ignore the mental health of someone who's trying so hard to be what they want to truly be, is a disgusting piece of shit thing to do. You should feel ashamed for being such a failure that you lack even the most basic empathy for one's mental health. Then again, you would know anything about mental health, since you're so carefree to mock someone's sexual assault experience, you disgusting bottom-feeding goblin. And not only do you do all these things, you put together a document of evidence against someone who was trans, who you were harassing because they were trans, that blocked you multiple times, yet you continued to hammer away at them because somehow you have no shame, yet you're also the most paranoid child on the internet. Now that I'm all done, you gonna go through my Twitter and try to cancel me? Ooh, I'm so scared. I have such incriminating tweets. Now comes the part where I say, blah blah blah, don't go harass this person, blah blah, but that doesn't do anything. You guys know that doesn't do anything. I wanted to call out this piece of shit, but if you're gonna go do anything, try to think about what you say. It shouldn't be too hard to think with a higher IQ than this guy. Oh, and one last thing, Akumu. Pay attention in school.
You